Hi, I'm Ari. I'm an artist and a songwriter, and this is CASHEAR Artist Spotlight. I did an album called A Place for Us, a celebration of Jewish Broadway. It was me and a 13-piece orchestra. We did, I think, a 22-song album highlighting and celebrating the Jewish influence on Broadway and on musical theater. Yeah, it was an amazing thing. We recorded it in August of 2024, so it was a little less than a year after the war started, but to focus on Jewish joy and on what Jews have brought to the world, and not just on, this obsession with anti-Semitism. It felt very important, and also to sort of continue the lineage and legacy of incredible Jewish songwriters, composers, lyricists on Broadway, but also in the Great American Songbook felt very important. Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim both inspired me to start lending my voice to music. Sondheim because he was able to find a way to express the human experience through music and lyrics in a way that I don't think anyone had up until him. And Bernstein's passion, both for his music, but also his Judaism and his insatiable appetite for life, really inspired me to live as creative a life as possible. I've spent a lot of my career singing the music and the words of other people, but I've started songwriting relatively recently. I always start with the lyric first, really very attracted to language and text. I start there, I start with the words, and then the musicality of the language will sort of reveal itself, and then from there I'll bring it to my collaborators and sort of give them a melody that I'm thinking of, and then they'll do what they do brilliantly and sort of flesh it out. There's beauty everywhere. All we have to do is be open to seeing it. When you hear anybody's music, I sort of want it to inspire you, be the catalyst to do something that day, that moment, that reminds you that you're living your life, and then to go in pursuit of a life that is fully lived. Say finding my tribe, finding my community after being kicked out of communities that I thought were my own, communities that I helped build. That's been hard on sort of a personal level, but in terms of the creativity aspect, imposter syndrome is always difficult. Imposter syndrome is sort of feeling like, who am I to write this song? Who am I to sing this song? Someone else has already done it. Someone else is gonna do it better than I am. I think that voice is always there. Yeah, so actually it took that album that we did, the Jewish Broadway album, and turning it into a theater piece, turning it into a one-man musical play with music. I have a director, I have a producer on board, a book writer to write the script. So sort of fleshing that out and finding a new way to incorporate the music on the album in sort of a musical storytelling version of it. So it's more active and less, passive, and that the album is passive and that you're listening to it and you don't have to do anything to engage with it other than to listen to it. But in this play, it becomes more active and engaging. So I think that's the thing I'm most excited about coming up.